Good morning, everyone. I am Marian M. Kalantok from BSE2 Filipino. The curriculum or list of subjects presented in the classroom has a large impact on how a student can reach his or her full potential. Teaching is more than just telling people who and what to do. Teaching is about more than just improving your mind or intelligence. It is essential for a teacher to develop his or her students holistically. It is not enough to state a fact or memorize a theory. A teacher should emphasize how his or her students' learning can benefit not only themselves but also humanity. It's amazing how quickly information exchanges today, which also necessitates a wide range of skills to complete transactions and communications. As a result, our education should be aligned with these changes, providing students with the necessary skills for this age. But keep in mind that no matter how quickly the world changes, our main concern is to use this knowledge and skills to develop ourselves into people who care not only for themselves, but also for the sake of others and the community in which they live. The four pillars of education will serve as the teacher's guiding principles in developing students who have a big mind as well as a big heart. So what are these four educational pillars? First, learning to know. Second, learning to do. Third, learning to live. And last, the learning to be. What is learning to know? This pillar extends beyond memorizing facts. This focuses on how a person learns, mastering one's ability to acquire knowledge in a strategic manner. We must recognize that learning is a lifelong process, and that our main goal as individuals is to realize our potentials and use them to become better members of the community. Teachers should assist students in processing the information that is readily available today, such as selecting the type of information that we truly require and developing in them the instruments they can use to master how they learn. As a result, learning to know is more than just acquiring information. It is a continuous process of learning to improve your learning instruments. Developing their own learning style will prepare them to apply what they learn. The second pillar is learning to do. Developing their own learning style will prepare them to apply what they learn, which is the focus of this pillar. Our knowledge will be more useful if we put it to use in our everyday lives. We as a teachers are expected to help students develop skills that will allow them to realize their full potential. As society evolves, so do the demands for skills and competencies. We as a teachers must be equipped with the necessary teaching materials in order to adapt to societal changes. Different opportunities will arise for students, therefore, they should not limit themselves to what is presented to them. Continue to seek knowledge in order to maximize your potential. And one way to develop your potential is to provide a service to society. Where there is demand, there is opportunity. Teaching them these skills will make it easier for them to explore various options for developing their own talents and creating a vision of themselves that includes the skills they have begun to develop. Learning to live together. What is the point of education? Why do we need to improve our abilities? Why is it necessary to make these abilities useful to our community? This pillar focuses on instilling values in learners so that they can become better community members. We are social animals, and we already have a community to which we belong, which is our family, from the moment we were born. It is our primary concern as a responsible members of society to keep the peace and contribute to a better community. Understanding ourselves before understanding others is a critical process to consider in order to fully realize this pillar. Accepting that there are differences and understanding how these differences can coexist should be emphasized. Using our abilities for the benefit of humanity will go a long way toward helping our students develop a sense of belonging, helping others, being open to change and other people's perspectives, and respecting all cultures other than one's own are all examples that our students should follow. Last pillar is the learning to be. This pillar is concerned with a person's overall development, realizing one's full potential by growing in all areas including moral development. Social, spiritual, physical, and mental health are all important. There are various types of learners and each one has an equal opportunity to develop their skills as part of the overall development that this pillar aims for. With the advancement of technology and information, dealing with information overload can be difficult at times. Students will be able to select the type of information that they believe will be beneficial to them personally by becoming fully aware of their personality and society. Other pillars play a significant role in the kind of person you are. As a result, every subject in our curriculum should assist us in all aspects of development. Education should not be limited to the four walls of classrooms. It should be a way of life for us. Our students' education provides them with the opportunity to realize their hidden potentials and pave the way for the ideal person they want to become. As a future teacher, it will be difficult to help students realize their potential. There will always be setbacks, unexpected failures, and discouragement. For us to have a community whose members are fully developed in physical, mental, emotional, and social aspects, our educational system must be guided by these four pillars of education.